Hello, friends. Welcome to CreativeEdge, one of the subsidiaries of Top Ranker. My name is Rajendra Bhatia, and today I will be talking about NIFT examination, some very important features of the questions. Those are generally asked in NIFT exam. As you know, there is a better weightage to the CAT, Creative Ability Test, as much as 50% of the total examination. And the GAT is 30% weightage, whereas the, the situation test is 20%. Among the questions those are asked, I have been observing one of the question in relation to the transformation it is transformation through colors. It is one of repetitive question. And the best thing of this, very few people, now I say best thing because you are listening to me and you will be able to solve such kind of question. Although it is otherwise a difficult niche area, which I want to make you clear as to how to study it and solve the question of transformation through colors. So let us get on to that. First of all, you should know what is a color wheel. This bright ring is called a color wheel, and you can use it to help you pick colors. It shows the primary colors red, yellow, and blue. Whereas red, yellow, and blue are the subtractive color theory part. When it comes for additive color, it is RGB, red, green, and blue. As you know, there are two color theories. RGB is for the light. A white light contains three colors, red, green, and blue. Whereas among pigment, the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. And a range of color in between, of course. How the question comes. Thing is how the question comes. Show transformation from anything ABC to XYZ using one color per grid. Now such kind of grids are provided. Generally they give you 10 grids. And a space is given for your write-up. In other words, the explanation of what you have used in the grid. And why have you used? How would you use? That is what I am going to tell you. Following three simple steps. Step one, mind mapping. Step two, choose colors and fill the grid. Step three, write down a short about 20 to 30 word justification of your coloring. Okay. Let us go more practical about this question. How do you do the mind mapping? Put two words on left and right of your page, separated by an arrow. Now, for a question, like any metal to its rust. So write down the first word as metal. On the right side, you write down. Now these are the rough work that you would actually write on your answer sheet. Step 2, describe the first position. Now, that may not be always metal, it could be dawn to dusk, it could be egg to butterfly, it could be egg to mosquito, it could be larva to butterfly, it could be a raw tomato to a rotten tomato, it could be sugarcane to sugarcane juice. So these two words, well separated by an arrow. And then, for example, what we are doing right now is metal to rust. So then you describe the first position, shiny, white, silver, silverish gray color. Now, this could be a metal provided by the examiner, either iron or aluminum. I'm talking about two of them right now. Or maybe copper to its oxide. I've just taken an example of metal to rust. Okay. So you would describe the metal first. Then you describe its oxide. For example, if it was iron, then it would go rusty, brown, or reddish orange, or dark brown as the rust of the iron. For copper, it could be bluish green oxide. And these are two examples. Step 3, decide on any intermediate color. In this case, it would be a mixture of grade 1 and grade 10. This is how you would be solving your given question. Now, I have actually done the exercise of iron metal to iron oxide, that is the rust. So from shiny silverish gray color to slightly dark gray to brown color, orangish brown, burnt sienna, reddish brown to orangish brown again. So these are the transformation that you would fill up the grid with. Do not indulge into too many colors. Just indulge into what the colors would be. Similarly, from copper, that is orangish red to brownish red to brown to greenish brown, bluish green to green, and to bluish green, that is aquamarine. This would be the real transformation, as I have used, just for your knowledge sake, the iron oxide and cupric oxide here. So to sample I am giving you, it may not be always same question, but these are good questions to be explained. Now look into the next step. How lucrative, how interesting you should write down about what you have done in the grid. Remember one thing, I'm not exaggerating. In this question, 90% of the student, they just fill up the grid and leave the rest. Take my words. Only filling up the grid that too correctly will fetch you only 50% marks. Rest 50% are allotted how you explain them. For example, in this case of iron oxide, the metal starts its journey with a polished, shiny, bright surface that is white silvery, reflecting everything around it as if an explanation of an steel is given. As it ages, the dullness, gray color, creeps in, which which keep going until the rust, red color iron oxide, start depositing over the surface, making the metal vulnerable, vulnerable for breaking or weaker. Same may not be the case in copper because copper oxide is stronger. It is iron oxide which is weaker. Anyway, that is the scientific knowledge behind it. This color transformation has been inspired by rusting of copper metal, which is bright metallic copper in color shown in the first grid. Here, on oxidation with air, the metal start depositing cupric oxide, CuO, on its surface, which is a dirty teal color. This one. Like in iron, the in-between thing is something similar. Brownish, grayish, green. So once you have got such a beautiful write-up, you can expect good marks coming to you. Transformation is generally one big question. However, you may get, instead of a transformation, of what depiction with color? What could be the question? Words such as love, happiness, anger, forest, butterfly, tsunami, innocence, etc. may be asked. Now you take words from your English dictionary and try to put them into colors. I'm going to depict some of the example of these, which I'm very sure that those are going to be helpful to you. You're allowed to use color. Rule of thumb, be pixelated. How would you take this? Be pixelated. That means spread your color into pixels. A lot of new things, right? Chalo, let us see. Fear, joy, and trust. Fear with black. That could have red inside it. That also is fear. Joy. Color of joy, yellow, orange, as against light blue, not the dark blue. So fear could be ending up here with black, red, and dark blue. Joy is here. And trust, blue color is trust. That too light blue. Slightly darker blue, that is cobalt blue, also could be used. Where do I derive this answer from? You know the logo of State Bank of India? That of HDFC? Trust. the blue color. Trust, the slightly cobalt blue color. So in the pixel, although now this is not a type of question they would ask. They will not ask you to fear, joy, and trust together. But this is what I'm taking as an example for my this lecture, so that you know as to what is to be done with such tricky words. Shock. Again, a little red could be added here. कैसा पेल हो गया है, कैसा पीला सा दिख रहा है, काहे को घबरा रहा है. That is what you show as a face in the pixelated form when the question is shock. Shock is dark, shock is red, shock is black. Let's go into some more of this. Danger. What are the pixel filled with? Gray color. With red. How you see danger? With red. Optimism, enthusiasm, yellow, yellow ochre, pink, red, orange. Enthusiasm, optimism. Color harmony or harmony. Harmony, that means near to each other. I have chosen blue plus green as harmony. Just to give a little rarefied filling of the pixel, I have used some white in between. Another kind of harmony, this is generally with a male to a female. Blue and pink. How would you show its speed? I have made a speedometer. It's green and foliage green when your speed is little less. It is dangerous orange and red when the speed is too much. So the depiction is dual. I've shown a speedometer as well as shown danger with the color. Tornado, storm, all with gray, dark blue. Color, and that too shown as a storm only, like the spiral of the storm is depicted in the pixelated form. Some more anger. Now look at the interesting thing here. As if something is boiling and evaporating, boiling from red to orange to yellow ochre. That is light orange. That is how your anger goes. Neighbors envy, owner's pride, jealousy. You know what sentence did I use? Neighbor's envy, owner's pride. In case of one of the best advertisement that has ever come across to depict the jealousy. That was an advertisement of Onida TV. So I use the same. If you want to check it up, just check it up. Neighbors envy Onida, that is neighbors envy and owner's pride. Onida TV, a little video on internet. These color would be seen. Blackish green, dark green, shows jealousy. Tsunami, dark blue, little light blue, but going into waves. Innocence, just the baby pink color. Surprise, a little red into blue plus light orange or yellow ochre. Love, a little reddish, pinkish sign of love, that is heart. So likewise, you can keep on practicing pixels and filling of the pixel. An important announcement while you are practicing. Generally, the trend is you practice it with color pencil. Will you take my words if you want to really get on with it? Use plastic crayons. You will see the speed has increased by 300%, 3 times. So do that. Looking into this, some of you might have got a little motivated. Yes, friends, you can join me at CreativeEdge at the rate of CreativeEdge underscore official. What are we? Design and architecture entrance test community by top rankers. Join India's best design and architectural entrance test community NADA, JEE, BR, NID, USEED, SEED, etc. Creative Edge, NID, NIFT, USEED, JEE, BR, and NATA. Join our Creative Edge tutorial channel or NID, NIFT, UC, JBR, and NATA exam preparation. You can inquire by putting up 6363286363 and put up your question here. Log into www.toprankers.com. Apart from this, let me also show you what courses am I offering you. Just 3 months left for USEED, NID, and NFT exam. Join our crash course batch and build the design career of your dream. Enroll now. Same number 6363286363. What are you going to get here? If you're targeting USEED or NID or NIFT or NATA or JBR in 2026, that is coming up session, learn from the best faculties available, attend our free demo also every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. For that also you have to register yourself 6363286363. So friends, thank you very much for being with me. I am sure this transformation of color has really impressed you. And yes, you would like to join me in one of my courses. And before that, if you want to have a live session free of cost, you can register yourself or straight away inquire for 3 months crash course. Thank you very much. You can send your questions, same number, to me for any further inquiry. Bye bye for now, as I don't see any question right now.